It's just a really, really nice boat. I couldn't resist myself. Let's go and have a look. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Yacht Tender Guy. We are with the Windy SR44 SX. We are very excited about this boat. It's launching for the first time in the USA market. This is the first Windy SR44 with outboards. This boat has been very popular in the European market with the stern drive and the IPS option, but for the US market, they went ahead and they launched it with the outboard engine. So it's getting a lot of traction here. It's definitely the nicest boat inside the convention center at the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. So we're really excited to be able to showcase this. And I want to take you on a quick walkthrough video and show you a little bit of the boat. Before we do that, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Now I want to start right here in the back of the boat. I want to show you what the quality build is on this boat. It's something I've never seen hatch this big for a swim ladder, and just in the amount of detail and attention that they put to it, it's amazing. I mean, you have a huge centerpiece to open and gain access into the swim ladder, so that's pretty unique. We have beautiful teak deck around. Starting back here, obviously I did mention we do have the twin Mercury 600s. These two engines will power up this boat up to 60 miles an hour, top speed, cruising comfortably around 40-45 miles an hour. So again, for a boat of this size, the fact that you're able to power it by twin engine configuration, it's pristine. We have a beautiful sun pad over here in the back, which works if you want to lay down, have some sun, or if you just want to sit back and have a look back into the motors while you're running. If you do Mediterranean docking, you do have a pass rail on board. It extends all the way out and it gives you nice access on board through the stern of the boat. Moving forward, we have a freshwater shower. We have shore power connections and saltwater washdowns over here. We have engine trim controllers, so I can trim up the engines through this controllers right here. And then right here we have a pretty cool feature I'm going to show you. We have access to the garage. So with the push of a button, I can raise this back at hatch and gain access to what we would call a tender garage, or if you want to fit some sea bobs in there, some paddle boards, things like that, you definitely have a lot of storage. Now if we open this hatch, you have access to what would be the IPS in the stern drive engine compartment. Now over here we have a generator, and you can see the amount of storage that we have on board. I'm gonna lay on this real quick and show you guys how comfortable it is. I can basically lay back and have a look at the engines. If I want to lay down, I can. It's very, very spacious. I'm 6 feet, and I mean, look at the size of this. If you want to take even more advantage of the bed, you are able to adjust the cushions into a full aft position, and then just look at the size of this pad. I mean, it's huge. Now, all jokes aside, it's a very nice sun pad, very nice material as well. I'm gonna go ahead and place it back into position. There we go. You have a nice gate to block off the access point if you don't want anything rolling around. If you have some small kids, you're able to block this area off. We're greeted by a beautiful wooden table. And this is a masterpiece. I mean, you have to be able to see it in person and to feel it to be able to grasp the quality of this beautiful wooden table. We close it off. Clearly it's indicated that this table is for 10 people. You have 5 cup holders on each side, so you could easily have a lot of entertainment space for up to 10 people in this huge gathering area. We have access to our main mezzanine. So this is where we gain access into our, what we like to call the engine room. We have access to our tanks, we have access to our breaker panel switch, and if we dive in, you have access to the generator and the same access that you have from the underneath the garage compartment. Everything is solid. All these wooden doors, they're extremely solid. Over here, I want to show you one of my favorite features of this boat. A lot of the Windy SR44s, they're operating as tenders to bigger vessels. So obviously you need some way to be able to board the boat safely if it's not from the stern of the boat. So over here, On port and starboard side, you have beautiful wooden steps that come out, and when you bring them out, they light up. That's pretty cool. Close those off. Over here, we have hidden access to our fuel tank and our water tank as well, and we have the same on port and starboard side. As we walk through the wet bar, I can't emphasize the much detail that goes into this boat. The fact that they think of having this backrest over here for when you're on the go, you want something comfortable to be able to lean on against it. So if I have a captain and he's driving the boat and I want to be back here, I have a comfortable bolstered position to be able to stand up nicely. Headroom, I'm 6 feet again, and I have a lot of headroom, so it gives me again that luxury feeling that you find on boats of this size. Over here we have a beautiful fiberglass countertop. If I open this up, we have access to our wet bar. So we have an induction grill. We have a sink. So below the wet bar, we have access to a huge refrigerator on board. So it's nice, you want to store your champagne bottles, your rosés or food or whatever, you have a nice refrigerator on board. As we close that, we have our trash can compartment. It's, again, the detail that goes into the boat. Not a lot of boats are putting a dedicated trash can compartment, so the fact that they put that on the boat, it's amazing. Obviously, you have to have somewhere to put your trash. I wish more boat manufacturers would think about that and they go with a dedicated trash can compartment. To the right side of that, we have an ice maker on board, so it's nice. And then over here, just more storage compartment with 2 beautiful drawers. As I look above, I do have 2 skylight windows, so that's really nice. It gives me that luxury feel of having some clear light up above. I can tint those windows if I want to. If you're over in Florida, I know we do get a lot of sunlight, so you're able to tint those windows and still have some sunlight, but not that bright and burning sunlight. So we walk over, again, same as on our port side. You have hidden compartment to gain access to your fuel tank. And then below, the same boarding steps that light up. That's pretty cool. The hardtop is a carbon fiber hardtop with some steel reinforcements. It's a masterpiece. I mean, there's not a single detail or flaw that I can get out of it. We have over here 3 bolster seats. They look really racy, really sporty, but at the same time, really luxurious. They're all in a bolster system, so if you wanna lower the seats fully, you can. And if you wanna be driving standing up, you do have that luxury to it. As I look over the helm, I'm greeted by twin Garmin 16-inch displays. I do have room to fit another one if I wanted to. And I also have the Mercury vessel view system. To my left, I have all my gauges. I have access to my horn, my lights, my underwater lights, my anchor. You can control through here, pretty much everything that you control on any other boat. We have our VHF radio. We have our Mercury JPO system. And then over here, we have the new throttle system from Mercury. This is really cool. I can shut off both engines with the push of a button. I can turn them on with the push of a button. And it's a new operating system that it's gonna be very popular. Beautiful leather wrapped steering wheel. The Swedish, they have their things dialed in, man. They don't miss a thing. This is quality. You feel this steering wheel and you can tell that this is $1 million boat. I can control everything through a Windy operating system installed in the Garmin. So all my lights I can control through here. I can control my anchor through here. I have access to my fuel tanks, my fresh water tanks, my black water tanks. Everything can be controlled through here, especially the sun awning. Before, we were sitting in the back table area and we were protected by the sunshade. So with the push of a button, I can retract that in. And same goes if I want to extend it out. So you can have that entire sun pad area fully covered and protected from the sun, and it gives you, again, that nice luxury comfort feel to it. Now coming back into the helm towards our starboard side, we have access to our bow thruster, comes standard on the boat. We have our Humphrey trim tabs, and then we have our Fusion stereo controller. Some cup holders on the side and a nice grab rail again. They think about the details. The passengers, they need something to grab onto, so the fact that you have a sturdy, solid piece right here, it's really, really nice. On port and starboard side, these hatches are the same. You have refrigerated cool boxes. So these are nice. If you want to store ice in here, you can. They do drain overboard, and it's nice you have one on each side. The wooden feel on it, it's amazing. All around the boat, we have pop-up cleats, nice and sturdy, strong. When you lower them, you have a clean surface. As we walk forward into the bow, you'll notice that we have a handrail all around. So it gives you a nice comfort, nice secure feel to get access into the bow area of the boat. So let's go over there. We have a huge sun pad. So you have a total of 2 sun pads on board. They're both massive. Just to show you the size of them, I'm gonna lay up against it. My feet, they have plenty of leg room. They can fit 2 or 3 other people in here easily and still be able to be comfortable. Maybe another person. Three might be pushing it. You notice we have windows. They go into the cabin. A cool feature over here, if you lower yourself, we have windows on the hull. So you have access. I'll show you guys this from the inside, but you're able to see to the outside of the boat from the cabin. So you don't have to feel restricted in terms of light. You still get plenty of light from the exterior and are able to see the ocean. So you walk forward into the bow. Honestly, probably the coolest feature on this boat. I've never seen that, but it's something that's, I can get used to it. Look at the size of this anchor. And obviously you're gonna ask me, how are you gonna use this anchor? How do you get this out? I can't do that with my bare hands unless you're really, really strong. But I have what is called an anchor arm controller. So with the push of a button, check this out. The entire anchor system raises automatically from the bow compartment. So I don't have to have an exposed windlass, and I can have it nice and safely secured. You can tell that this is a very high quality, sturdy anchor system, and it's not something that's gonna damage easily. It looks well built, and I can tell that it's gonna be a nice, strong piece. Separate from this, I have another remote over there to control my windlass if I want to lower it from over here, or I can do it from the helm station. So when I have the anchor set in place, I can lower this hatch, and this middle section raises up, and you can have a nice surface with your anchor exposed on the outside. When I'm done, all I have to do is open this hatch back up, gain my controller, and retract the anchor system back into place. My favorite feature on this boat. I guess you have to have something like this when you're paying $1.4 million for a boat. Once in place, you'll notice over here, we have a fresh water wash down access point, so I can bring over a hose, connect it over there, and nicely rinse off the anchor system and avoid any rust. I'm gonna go ahead and close this off. Over here, we have direct access to our windlass and our chain. So if we need to do any servicing work over there, we can easily do that. Let's close this off. Another window to the cabin. And now let's get you guys inside, because I know you're dying to see that. So from the boarding steps also, one thing that you'll notice is if you look up to the hardtop, you have dedicated support. So if you're boarding from a bigger boat or into the boat from a dock, you have a nice grab point right there in the hardtop. So that's a neat feature also. Now let's have a look at the best part of the boat. Okay, so we're in the main cabin of the Windy SR44. What comes from the outside, you see the same resemblance in the interior of this boat. Everything is quality, the same as it is on the exterior you see in the interior. You have beautiful leather walled upholstery. You have a beautiful countertop. You have a refrigerator down below as well, so you have a total of 2 refrigerators. Over here, we have another trash can compartment and storage if you need. You have nice storage points behind the countertop, beautiful sink as well. Then down below, you have 2 nice Windy custom cutting boards. So we close off that. We head over into what's called the main cabin. So We have a beautiful queen-sized berth. Gotta lay on this so that you guys have a reference point. It's comfy, man. I mean, I have headroom. I don't feel cramped at all. It's a 44-footer and I just feel luxury all around. It's pretty sick. We have reading lights on the back. We have ambient lighting, nicely dedicated into it. I have enough room back here for a TV and some storage compartments below that as well. So as we move back behind the TV wall, we have a nice wardrobe compartment. It's deep. I'm able to hang clothes there or store whatever it is that I need to. And it's also lit up. So that's pretty cool. We have a beautiful sitting area over here. If I want complete privacy from the rest of the cabin, I can easily do that by removing 2 snaps, and I'm gonna drag down this. Okay, so as we walk inside, you have this full walk-in head. I have a full walk-in shower as well, so I can easily get up in here. I love the fact that we have a lit up rain shower up above. I also have my portable one if I need access to, and it's just roomy. I mean, I can take a bath easily here and have no issues whatsoever. Same goes for the toilet and the sink. Headroom, again, I can't emphasize that enough. That headroom gives you that luxury feel on the boat and makes it feel a lot roomier and a lot spacious. So one thing I mentioned on the exterior tour, we do have windows in the hull. So the fact that obviously right now we're indoors, so lighting is not that great, but if you were out in the ocean, you would have clear access and visibility to the ocean right there. So that's pretty cool. Now let's head out. Let's talk a little bit about the exterior of the boat and the design in the hull itself. Starting off in the bow, we have some wonderful running lights up above, so that they'll illuminate if you're nearing up a marina or if you're going through some mangroves. You have clear visibility over there. A little bit about the hull. It is a hand-laid construction, so it is the top of the top. I mean, in terms of boat construction and hull construction, this is the best quality that you can get. It is a resin-infused hull. You can just tell by the sturdiness of how strong this is. I don't know if you guys can hear that in the mic, but it's strong. We have the windows up above. You'll notice we have a rub rail. This is a custom rub rail, again, designed for this particular boat. And a cool thing about it is that it comes in sections. So if you run into some issues with your rub rail and you hit another boat and it becomes damaged, the cool thing about Windy is that they will actually send you a full replacement of that particular section for you to replace. So you don't have to replace the entire rub rail, you can just replace a single part. And then moving back, as I mentioned, in Europe, this boat is very popular with the inboard version. So either it's the stern drive or the IPS version. So this right here, it's a vent system for the engine room when you have inboards. On the 44SX, it's just gonna remain as an aesthetic option. We have underwater lights on our sides as well, as we do in the transom. And that's it, guys. I mean, I hope the boat speaks for itself. It's top quality. I'm really excited about this new brand that we're starting to carry in the US. Whether it's the 44 or it's the 28 model, you can tell the built quality that these boats offer. And I think we're gonna be selling quite a few of them over here in the South Florida and the US. So that is it for this walkthrough video of the Windy SR44, guys. We will be taking this boat out right after the show, and we're gonna do a full test on it, see how this Mercury 600s power up this beast of a boat. This boat in particular is already sold. It sold the first day of the boat show, so that's pretty exciting. We do have another one coming for December, and then we have more slots available towards 2022. Please, guys, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Yacht Tender Guy out.